You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rudrance, for Black and White Sports. Well, we got some more peel back the curtain situation on Brittney Griner's potential prison life that she may be experiencing right now from a Russian prison expert. And boy, it's just awful. It's just awful for the WNBA basketball player that I like to remind people did once protest our great national anthem. I'm sure she probably may regret that decision at this point. As we know, she's serving out a 9-year sentence for vape cartridges filled with cannabis oil, something that's taken very seriously in Russia, and that's why she was punished in the way and the manner that she did. She was taken to the Moldova region of Russia, and now we're getting some more insight into what is just a repugnant situation inside these Russian prisons. This is Fox 8. Amid reports this week that Russia and the United States has been on the verge of an agreement on a prisoner exchange. Okay, haven't heard that. News Nation took a deep dive into what conditions are like for Americans trapped in our nation's jails. One prison in particular, 300 miles southeast of Moscow in the remote Russian Republic of Moldova, is a woman's penal colony described as one of the most feared, brutal prisons in Russia, IK2. Inside the hard labor facility of roughly 800 women is American basketball star Brittney Griner, a WNBA All-Star and two-time Olympic gold medalist. Griner is serving a sentence for drug possession after Russian custom agents say that they found cannabis oil inside her luggage at a Moscow airport in February. Griner, who's been entering the country to play with the Russian Premier League, it's a basketball league, pleaded guilty in July to the charge. Griner claimed that she had been prescribed the drug for pain and had no criminal intent. Something that I will point out for the 100th time doesn't mean a thing in Russia. That was done for her here in another country, here in the United States. Different laws, different countries. A month later, she was sentenced to 9 years in prison and ultimately transferred to the notorious Women's Corrective Colony. Moldova, known as the land of prisons, has roughly 24 of them. It is also the same area where former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan is serving a 16-year prison sentence on espionage charges, which he denies. According to the prison rights group Russia Behind Bars, the women live in barracks of around 80 to 100 people in crowded with bunk beds. There's a shower room, a bathroom with several toilets. Prisoners are prohibited from lying or sitting on their beds from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. Woo! All these camps have forced labor. They see it sort of not unlike we do with our prison industry, only it's slave labor, Jonathan Franks told News Nation Rush Hour on Friday. Franks is a president of Lucid Strategies, which was instrumental in freeing former U.S. Marine Trevor Reed from a Russian prison. Reed spent 3 years in a penal colony before being released in a prisoner swap. Quote, during the day, they had work. Most of the inmates were kept in a bunkhouse, squalid inside. The food was bad, and by bad, I mean rotten. It was a very difficult existence. He went on to say Griner is likely enduring a similar experience, including hard labor, working up to 16 hours per day, possibly in a charcoal or soap factory, or doing general prison maintenance, and then eating whatever is brought in for her in a communal dining room. Quote, they do have some food, but again, food so rotten that cats wouldn't eat it. So she is not going to be fed well in that place. This isn't isn't necessarily a customer service friendly regime. Like in a lot of places in the world, they have an attitude that a prison is a prison. It's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be gross, and it's going to be cold. In some instances, women are punished if they don't work hard enough or meet their work quota or refuse to work. There could also be punishments from withholding food, sound like that might not be such a big loss, to solitary confinement, and in some cases, beatings by other prisoners. It's described as hellish. These facilities were built to break people. They were designed to be brutal and oppressive. Man, we've talked about that with Brittney Griner. She claimed black people were oppressed here in the United States. And once again, I will say she is probably now experiencing what true oppression is like, as she was completely free over here. So as we're thinking about what this might do to somebody on the mental health side, it is very rare that somebody could go through an experience like this and not need some help on the backside. She's in the fight of her life. So, wow, just some more details, day-to-day details, things that Brittney Griner may be going through right now in this facility. Once again, yet another article, another person speaking out about the hellish nature of the food situation. This is the second or third time we've talked about potentially rotten food being served to this WNBA basketball star. Wow, what a different existence than she, of course, was used to over here. Once again, not many toilets for 80 to 100 women. And yeah, think about this. They come in their room, I guess, maybe. They cannot sit or lay down on their bed between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. They are right about one thing. I mean, prison life is made to be uncomfortable. It is considered a punishment. And you can only imagine what that is like in Russia. You know, I mean, look, the word gulag has been brought up more than a couple of times in various stories since we've started covering this situation. Since the very beginning, make sure you hit subscribe. Wow. Brittney Griner. There will continue to be more stories about this. There was a very slight rumor about a potential prisoner exchange, but this wasn't serious enough for me to even contemplate making a video. It just didn't sound serious enough. I don't think that's moved nearly far enough along to be entertained yet again. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.